Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Two different faces. What? Basically, today I filmed do's and don'ts makeup. This was not meant to offend anyone at all. This was trying to like help you guys through stuff that I have learned. I know a lot of people don't like the way I do my makeup, but I don't care. I still do it how I want to do it, so you do you, boo. But before I let you watch the video, I'm going to leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you are new here, turn on my post notification bell as well, and that way you don't miss any of my uploads. Keep on watching, and I will see you in my next video, and I love you guys so much. Bye! Today I'm doing makeup do's and don'ts, as you probably saw in the intro.
I know a lot of you are gonna get triggered by this video.
This is just me showing you guys what I found doesn't work for me very well and what I like to avoid when I do my makeup. I'm gonna start off on the good side.
I dropped this and it's all smashed and disgusting now.
I'm gonna start off by moisturizing. So I'm taking my Glam Glow Volcasmic Moisturizer. This is gonna be the good side of my face and this is gonna be the bad side.
Because this is actually my good side and that's actually my bad side. So
I'm just gonna take this over half of my skin, below, all over, and this sort of helps your makeup apply smoothly. Definitely make sure you're moisturizing before applying like foundation and stuff. I never used to, and I always wondered why I went patchy, and that was why. First step. This side I'm just not gonna moisturize on. And now for primer. So on the good side, I'm gonna use my Too Faced Hangover X primer. This is like my favorite thing in the world. It works really well for my skin type because I have normal skin. So it works to once again hydrate it and make the makeup really stick to your skin and last longer and just apply smoothly. That's like my favorite primer in the world. This side, I'm gonna use this Benefit Professional Primer.
Oh my god, is there even anything in here?
So I'm gonna use some of this Benefit Professional Primer, and this does not work very well with my skin at all. As I said, my skin's smooth as it is, so it doesn't really need it that much, and silicone primers don't work well on my skin because it just makes the foundation not stick onto my nose at all. Like, it just makes it slip everywhere. This would probably work well if you had like oily skin or something. I know I'm talking to the mirror and not to you guys, sorry. It just makes it look super matte, sorry, but that's like personal thing. This could work really well if you have like the certain skin type for it. For the good side of my face, I'm gonna mix together my Born This Way. This is running out. This is 24-hour long wear, I think. I'm gonna mix these together. I'm gonna apply these on the good side of my face, which is this side. I'm gonna bounce that across with my beauty blender. I should have applied half of what I normally apply because I'm only needing half of my thing and I've just wasted so much freaking foundation. So yeah, I'm using this combination because, as I said, my skin type's normal and the Born This Way is quite glowy, but the Fit Me is really matte. Because I have a glowy primer, it won't be like too matte or anything, but it just works really well, and also it matches my neck quite well in my opinion. And now I need to get
all of this foundation off my hand.
And now on the bad side, I'm gonna use the Maybelline Fit Me foundation just by itself. I mean, the color of it's fine. It isn't really about color matching because that is just something you learn how to do. It's just very, very matte, so it doesn't work very well for my skin type. It will work well with this primer, but because it is so matte, really gives my skin no dimension.
Oh shit, I wasn't supposed to apply that with that.
I'm gonna apply it with a brush. Like with a sponge, it works quite well, but with a brush, it just kind of cakes up a bit. And I'm gonna apply like loads of layers of this because I see this happen to people a lot where they just apply way too much foundation. And I know I apply a lot of foundation, but like with the sponge, it just sort of like presses it in. And this is a good brush. This is a Morphe Y6, and I'm just going to apply like
3 layers.
I literally see people applying like 3 layers of foundation. And the thing is, this is a full coverage foundation, so you don't need to apply more than 1 layer. It feels really disgusting and thick as well,
And I hate it.
like I see girls with like beautiful skin packing on so much foundation, and I'm like,
What are you doing?
anyway, for the good side, I'm gonna go in with this Too Faced concealer in the shade Almond, and this is lighter so I can highlight with it. And I went like quite a few shades lighter with this one. I'm gonna take this on my moustache as well to try and hide it. I'm gonna let that sit there for a bit, because the longer you let something sit for, the thicker it gets. It sort of starts to dry down and like build up coverage. And then this one, it's like a few shades just lighter, if you guys can see, and it's a bit pinkier as well. So it just is a bit too light for the foundation that I'm using. This is the Revolution Conceal and Define in the shade C6.5. And I'm gonna go ham with this. Like, I see people apply so much concealer. It matches my neck quite well at the moment. When you do this, it's just gonna lighten it all up so freaking much. And I'm gonna blend it out with the same brush I used for my foundation. This needs to be zoomed out. Why didn't I zoom it out?
What is wrong with me, seriously?
And can you guys see it's really lightened up this side of my face, and it just looks a lot paler now. So now I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender to blend out this side. And we applied a lot less product, so it's just blended out a lot easier. I'm now gonna go ahead and set that with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm gonna lightly press it in with a beauty blender on this side into my smile lines as well. I'm gonna apply quite a lot of powder because that just stops them from creasing. Like, honestly, this is my best hack. Press powder into your smile lines, trust me on this one. And then on this side, I'm not gonna blend out any creases before I set it. That is something you have to always go back, blend out the creases before, unless you want it to kind of look a bit creasy. If you like that look, that's fine, that's your opinion. So yeah, I'm gonna pick up this brush. This is a Bare Minerals Full Flawless Face brush. I'm just gonna pick up loads of powder and I'm gonna brush it on like this. And this disrupts the foundation underneath because it's not set yet, so it starts making it separate.
This brush is shedding.
Can I just say, if you do your makeup like this, I'm not being shady at all. It's just things that I have learned to avoid because I have done this before. We've all done bad makeup before, let's be honest here. This is just how I like to avoid doing my makeup. I'm just gonna brush off that big. And then for the good side, I'm gonna take the Laura Mercier Glow Powder. So it's like a glowy setting powder. I really like this at the moment, and I'm just gonna press it in with the bottom of my beauty blender. Once again, it just sort of melts the powder into your skin. I like setting my whole face, but with the foundation and everything that I used on this, you wouldn't really need to set it as heavily as I did. So do you guys see the difference between the two? 1 minute, I'm just gonna grab an eyeshadow palette quickly. I've just grabbed the James Charles palette. Also, I'm not saying these products are bad. I actually really like all the products that I'm using. I'm gonna lightly set this eye, but I'm gonna leave this one wet. I don't really have a problem with how you set your eyelids. Some people don't, some people do. Just depends on what you like. I'm gonna go in with James Charles palette, and I'm gonna use the same shades on each eye, just to show you how they can work differently. So for this eye, I'm gonna start off with this shade right here. I'm not sure the names of them. I'm gonna just start lightly blending that through my crease as a transition. And I'm gonna take this high up just to sort of give the darker shade something to blend into. And I'm gonna bring this far out to sort of elongate my eye. I'm gonna bring this all the way out here. However, on this eye, I'm not gonna apply any transition shade. I think not setting your eyeshadow base works when you don't apply too much product. When you apply too much is when it starts creasing. That is the difference between the two so far. I'm now gonna go in with this Beauty Bay brush, and I'm actually gonna finish off this eye first, and then I'm gonna do the other eye. I'm gonna go in with the one darker shade, this one right here. And I'm gonna just take it slightly lower. So with each shade you're using,
Tap off the excess.
you wanna bring it one lower. And I'm gonna take this out as well. I'm gonna go in with this Beauty Bay brush now and take the one along shade, so it's just a slightly darker brown. I'm gonna take this along my lash line and then bring it out like so. We're just gonna create like a classic smoky eye, I guess. And I'm also gonna take this even lower through my crease. Oh, also guys, you wanna hold your brushes quite low down on the thing. Like, it makes them do all the work rather than you doing the work. And you just wanna keep blending until you're like happy. So that's that so far. Guys, I like to sort of create my crease, so where I put all the shadow and stuff, between my eyeball and eyebrow, like halfway between. I'm gonna keep it matte. I feel like a matte eye look today. I don't know why. So what I'm gonna do on this eye, so I'm not gonna go in with the initial shade that I used, which was the yellow, and I'm just gonna go straight in with this one, third shade we used, and I'm just gonna start blending that all through my crease. And I'm gonna take this quite low down. I'm not gonna bring it high up. And I'm gonna create a rounded shape on my eye. I actually like rounded eyeshadow. It just doesn't suit my eye shape very well. Because I'm holding it so high up, the brush isn't really working how it's supposed to, and you can't get a good blend. And guys, genuinely, I'm not like exaggerating. Like, this is how I see some people's eyeshadow. Not that there's anything wrong with this, it just, I personally prefer this. If you prefer this,
You do that.
that genuinely, I'm not exaggerating, that's how I see some girls' eyeshadow. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Personally, I prefer this one. So I'm gonna do a really big wing liner, and when I do wing liner, I like to do little strokes. I don't want to do a wing today because I think this looks really pretty by itself. But on this I'm gonna do a wing, but I'm not gonna do little strokes. I'm literally just gonna do one line from the beginning to the...
Ow, that got in my eye.
And this isn't me trying to do it bad, this is just I can't do it well. Okay, that was
So big.
yeah, I don't see anyone with wing liner like that, come on now. I want to make this realistic, so I'm going to take my concealer, I'm going to try and clean it up a little bit. There we go. And just whatever, we're just leaving that because I can't fix it. So I have this Kryolan eyeliner that I'm going to use. I'm going to use the brown side, and I'm just going to like do little strokes just on the very outer corner, and then I'm gonna just do small little strokes along my lash line. I'm also gonna put that into my tight line. I'm gonna curl my lashes on this eye only, and then I'm going to apply mascara. So I'm gonna do my lashes off camera, but for this eye I'm just gonna take this little cluster that I cut out myself, and I'm just gonna stick on the outer corner just to sort of elongate them. Then on this eye I'm gonna take a very, very full pair of lashes that just sort of drags my eye down a little bit, and I'm not gonna apply mascara beforehand. Bad side, good side. This lash I didn't trim enough because I see that a lot, so it's kind of like hanging off my lash line a little bit.
Very heavy.
Okay, so for brows, I feel like brows are very personal to each person. So I'm gonna show you guys how I try to avoid doing my brows, but if you do them this way, it's fine. I just do little strokes at the bottom to create the base of the brow first. Then I brush them up and then I just do the arch. So I just like to extend it straight from this point. And then I'm gonna do this brow, same product. This is just the brow wiz. I'm gonna draw this down rather than straight. So like this is how I used to do my brows. Do you guys see the difference? That's one brow, that's the other brow. Now I'm gonna move on to bronzer.
This is so uncomfortable, this eyelash, Jesus Christ.
A lot of people don't like the way I do my bronzer, and that's fine. On the good side,
Which I know a lot of you guys won't think is good.
I'm gonna go in with Hoola. This dropped on the floor and smashed everywhere. I'm gonna go in with Hoola, and this is very pigmented, so don't pick up too much. I'm just gonna start from the back and blend it forward. And this is quite a good undertone for my skin, in my opinion. Okay, so for this, I'm gonna go in with a lot of it. Start from the front and blend it back. That is that. Just looks a bit muddy in comparison to that side. Yeah, for highlighter on the good side, I'm gonna use my...
Oh my god, did I just get eyelash glue all over that?
I'm gonna go in with my matte Whisper of Guilt highlighter and a M501 brush by Morphe. I'm actually gonna spray this side of my face first. The undertone of this highlighter suits my skin tone. Because I'm wearing fake tan. On this side of my face, I'm gonna go in with Sub-Zero, which I love, by the way, but I'm gonna go in with shade Babley. I used to do this where I'd bring it all the way in, you guys know, but in my opinion, it looked too much. Personally, I don't like it, but if you like it and you think it suits your face, you go for it. So now for the lower lash line, I am going to... I don't like lining my tight line with white. I know a lot of people do, so if you do, do it, but I think it makes my eyes look...
like they're bulging out my head.
So on this side, I'm gonna take a brown eyeliner. I'm gonna take this MAC Stubborn Brown eyeliner, and I'm gonna connect it to the upper, and I'm gonna just like do what I did on the upper lash line, on the lower lash line, create like an ombre. Okay, and I'm just gonna highlight my nose how I want to highlight my nose, because I can't highlight half my nose, I don't think. I'm not gonna use lip liner. I'm gonna go rogue and just use lipstick. Oops. So on the good side, I'm gonna try and overline my lips just with lipstick. Okay, and then on this side, I'm just gonna line it, do my natural lip line. I'm definitely not getting changed out of this onesie for the outro. It's not happening, and I'm not doing my hair.
I'm lazy.
I was like, why do I look weird? I was like, oh yeah, I have half face makeup how I would do it.
And then half face and makeup, oh, I wouldn't do it.
Okay guys, so that is it for today's video. I really hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you are new here. Turn on my post notification bell as well, and that way you don't miss any of my uploads. Let me know what side you prefer, this side or this side. Personally, I do prefer this side, but if you prefer this side, that's alright. If you want to see more of my face, follow me on my social medias in the description box. I hope you learned something. Please don't get offended by it. I didn't mean it to offend anyone at all. And I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, love you. Mwah.